Hey everybody, welcome back to Ryan Makes Sense. Ticker symbol ERJ does have earnings this week, or I'm sorry, they did have earnings. This is recorded before earnings, but this video is going to see what what we can expect for the upcoming earnings and if the stock should be valued around $27, or if it should be a lot lower or higher. We'll see what institutions and hedge funds are doing. We'll look closely at the chart to see if there's any manipulation because I kind of can see some. And we'll also look at what their insiders are doing. I might have already said that in their balance sheet. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hit subscribe, hit the like, leave a comment. I had a request on this one. I had a couple requests. So just looking at this chart, you can see that it's very clean. What do I mean by that? Every time the stock has moved up, it has made sure there was no apparent gaps. So starting all the way back, let's start maybe down here. There's a gap down here at $13, but look what happens as we move up. There's a couple more gaps here. There's a move up here, but the candle closed it. There's a gap right here, but it gets filled down here. There's a gap down here, but it gets filled up here. Another gap. Here's the gap up here. It gets filled right there. Here's a decent gap right here at the $20. Here is a gap right here, but it gets filled on this side. So you can see gap up here, and it gets closed here. And when I say closed, I mean the price of the stock goes back down to where the stock price was before the gap up. So right here, the stock was 23 and it jumped to 24. And you can see this stock right here was 24.80 and it jumped to 25.80. And then the stock price came back down to 24 and 23. So those gaps were filled. There was a gap up right here that had got filled right here by this candle. So all most recent gaps have been filled, with the exception of March this year, where we do have a gap to be filled around $20. Now, is this stock going to go from 27 to $20, or maybe it already has, or is it going to go from 27 to 30 plus? We're going to take a peek. So I recently did a video on this and drew some lines, and you can tell this stock is respecting these lines because I don't think these candles were here when I did a review of the stock. So you can just it goes to show that technical analysis, it's my preferred method, but it also works. It looks like it has escaped this ascending triangle right here. It has gone up. So if we're looking to the upside, I think we're going to see at least $30. At least. And again, this stock price has already occurred. So I'm either telling the future or no, I'm telling the future. So the stock is going to go to $30, or I see it going back down to 20. Again, we do have an apparent gap here, 20 bucks. All right, so I'm going to stick with those targets. $30 on the bullish optimistic side. If it has a killer earnings, it's probably going to go to $38. If it has crap earnings, 20 bucks to fill the gap, $17 support. Those are just my opinions. It is hot. The strength is hot. The momentum is high. The money flow is about as high as it's ever been in a while. Sorry. Relative momentum is also extremely hot. So bulls have full control here. Full control. And if we go back the last 2.5 years, look how much buying we have compared to selling. Sorry, going back to like right here. We have, okay, one, two, three. Let's just count the reds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reds and 1, 2, 3, 6, almost 14 greens. So the buying is outpacing the selling 2-to-1. So, does this stock deserve to be at $27? Let's go ahead and run my calculation and see. Again, you'd love to see this up and to the right. Shares outstanding have been kind of flat. They haven't really diluted since 2019. And earnings per share is flipping the way we want it to. So let's run my calculation. We have 4,905, 4,905, 4,950,000,000 in market cap. Plus they have 162,390,000 in income, plus 5,250,000,000 in income. I'm sorry, sales. They do offer a dividend, which I wish they would not. I wish they would put this into their stock. And you can see they have debt here. They are slowly paying it off, but that those dividends really could help the company instead of paying. I mean, you're rewarding shareholders, but get your ship steady before you start doing that. The forward PE is almost 15, which is decent. It is overvalued in the short term. Gross margin is 17%. For high growth companies, we like to see 29, 30, 31, 32%. Again, they are profitable barely. A one quarter could change that either way, to the upside, to the downside. So we do have our numbers. Let's go ahead to our balance sheet and look at our quarterly and just make sure it's USD. It is, you can see down here. Okay, so they have plus 2,143,670,000 in cash. Good for them. They do have 2,831,900,000 in debt. All right. Total assets is 10.7 billion. Total liabilities 7.7 billion. So they have about a $3 billion buffer between assets and liabilities. It has always kind of been like that, but actually it has improved. If we're looking over the last year, it's improved. So that is good. Going back up to complete our calculation here. Divide this by 183,560,000. Saying a $52 stock. And it's trading at 26. I don't remember last time this was at 52. It's never been to 52. So good value. My calculation's showing good value. All these price targets are in the 20s, 28.50. Target price is 31. So did I just uncover a huge opportunity? Let's find out. So my calculation shows $52 stock price. If that was the case, institutions and hedge funds would be fighting to get into this one. So how do we see what hedge funds are doing? We're going to look here. ERJ. Okay. Currently, hedge funds and institutions own 37%. If it is a true $50 stock target, it should be over 37%, obviously. It's down to 10%. Is that a drop off? It kind of is. That's a drop off. We can see the drop off here. And you can see it has not registered on FinViz. Morgan Stanley added shares, Brandis investment decreased. Who is, let's look and see if Vanguard actually, yeah, let's see Vanguard. Okay. Why isn't it highlighting for me? Okay, let's do Control F, Vanguard. Okay. Vanguard increased position. Overall, they did in their Vanguard group, they did reduce 5%. Okay. Let's look at BlackRock. BlackRock decreased 18% overall or 39% recently. Is that right? They decreased their share position by 39%. So Vanguard decreased 5%, BlackRock decreased 39%. So institutions and hedge funds appear to be getting out. That's what this looks like. I think this stock does have momentum, and I do think it has gained this trend line. You can see this support goes all the way back to 2009, about 15 years support. So we can see support here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It has been identified 10 times as support and resistance twice. And then again, as support over here 2 more times. So again, we could see some consolidation here. I do think 30 is in the books. This pattern here gives us a bull flag. So if they did have strong earnings this week, we'll see 30 and then potentially 38. Then we could see hedge funds chasing. So again, here's our flag pull, like the straight flag, and then here's our flag move up. So again, that's the bullish side, 30 to 38. Bearish side is 20 to 17. Hedge funds are decreasing their position. However, we can see over the last 2.5 years, the buy side has been outperforming the sell side 2 to 1. So yeah, that's just my observation, my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. If you made it this far, consider subscribing. These are my opinions only. I do think momentum and confirmation of the support is a good sign. So good luck if you're in this one. Yeah, I mean, just decent company. We missed the boat. I missed the boat around $5, $9. So congrats if you guys have made killing on this one. Have a great day. Good luck. Consider subscribing.